Hey everybody, Knick-Knack here again for another video. Now, this video is gonna be a 10 questions response to Mr. Spritesnbytes. Before I start, go check out his channel because he's a really awesome guy. Definitely amazing because he shares the same tastes in games as me and a couple of other good people in the community, and he's really community driven. So yeah, check him out if you have the time. But anyway, for his 10 questions, he asked the community 10 questions about fighting games, and I was gonna plan to do this vid, but I had exams and had to study and do homework and whatnot. So yeah, anyway, let's begin the questions. I got them right here on my iPod. So, question number 1. What was the first fighting game you remember playing? Now, despite the first fighting game I saw was a demo based off that crappy Masters of Terrakasai Star Wars game, the true first fighting game I actually played and got my hands on, I believe, was Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo. Back then, I remember when I was 6, me and my father visited some family in the Philippines, and they had a SNES with those games like Mortal Kombat, Super Mario World, and Street Fighter 2. And I think I was able to play Mortal Kombat 1. And yeah, first fighting game. Question number 2. What is your favorite fighting game series? Definitely gotta say Mortal Kombat again. Reason why is, of course, I grew up with that series, and I played mostly every single one in it. From the first game to the second. I skipped 3, but I played Trilogy. I played 4. I played Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, and Mythology Sub-Zero. I remember watching the cartoon based off it, or some of it, and of course that new Mortal Kombat 9. So yeah, and other than that, it's because it's so content driven. If you're a fighting game fan and looking for a fighting game that has a whole bunch of hours and content you can sink your hands into, Mortal Kombat, the series, or the 2011 game is definitely a good choice. But yeah, that's enough rambling. Number 2, Mortal Kombat. Number 3, arcade stick or controller? I definitely have to go with arcade stick because it feels so good in your hands, and just hearing the clicking sounds of the buttons and the directional whatnot. Yeah, it just feels so good in your hands, and it's so easy to play and move. I definitely have to say arcade stick. Except when I'm playing Tekken or Soul Calibur, I mainly go with controller because I just can't get into those games with an arcade stick. So yeah, arcade stick. Number 4. Which 3 characters are you most comfortable playing as? I gotta say, Ryu from Street Fighter, because he's just so basic and easy to use, and he's pretty much like a character everybody uses. I gotta say, Balrog from Tekken, because all you just have to do is spam X and circle, or A and B if you're on an Xbox controller, and all you could just do is that, and then most of the time you complete the arcade mode or win a match. And I gotta say, Kirby from Super Smash Bros. Because his recovery to the stage is really nice, and he has a whole bunch of arcade moves. Right. Number 5. Which fighting game got you most angry and why? Definitely Super Street Fighter 4, because I suck at Super Street Fighter 4 when I'm online. I keep getting my ass kicked, and I'm just in the point of rage. But that doesn't mean I'll blame, like, the people. I blame myself for sucking. Unlike a whole bunch of our dipshitted YouTubers. And, yeah. Super Street Fighter 4. Yeah. Number 6. If you could be a fighting game character, who would it be? I think I gotta say Jin Kazama from Tekken. Because 1, his mother is a MILF. 2, his cousin's hot. 3, he get on with Xiao Yu. 4, he has a really good storyline. Or like the writers of Tekken made a really good storyline for him. Like being this tragic character from like wanting to get revenge for what happened to his mother. And like what his father's family did and whatnot. To being this like corporate evil mongrel and whatnot. Really good character if you ask me. Also, if I was a woman, I would think he would be pretty sexy. But yeah. Anyway, I'm straight, okay? Yeah. So I'd say Jin Kazama I would be. Number 7. If you could take 2 companies and merge them together to make one fighting game, what would be the result? I definitely gotta say, an answer I keep repeating myself over and over again, and that's Hanna-Barbera versus Capcom. I would really love to see this game be made. Like on the Capcom side, you got the usual characters like Ryu, Chun-Li, Mega Man, Batsu from Rival Schools, Beautiful Joe, Frank West Dante, Chris Redfield. Yeah, the usual Capcom characters. And on the Hanna-Barbera side, you got characters like Space Ghost, Mitor, the SWAT Cats, Powerpuff Girls, maybe Dexter's Mech, the Herculoids, Giant Quest. That would be very fucking awesome if you ask me. So like, come on Capcom, please make it. Like, yeah. Really would buy that game day 1 if you ask me. Alright. Number 8. Which video game series that does not have a fighting game to it would work just as good as a fighting game also? I definitely would have to say Kingdom Hearts. Now in terms of Kingdom Hearts, I'm like removing all the Disney characters and all Final Fantasy characters. And like when it comes to the characters I would put in the Kingdom Hearts fighting game, I will only put characters exclusively made for that game. You know, characters like Sora, Riku, Kairi, Ansem, Organization 13. I put all those characters in the fighting game. And in terms of what style it would be kind of like a Marvel vs. Capcom style, but with like only 1 character per time. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Like I think it will work because if you played it, you know how like crazy and extreme the characters' powers are. Alright, number 9. Which retro fighter do you think should make a comeback? Power Stone. I mean, I freaking love that series. From playing the demo on the Dreamcast to playing Power Stone Collection. Power Stone is a legendary fighting game series that definitely needs to like make a comeback and get more love. I mean, I really like want to see the characters at least appear at a Capcom vs. game, if not. And like, it was just a great fighting game. Like, if you think Super Smash Bros. Was good, you never played Power Stone. Because like Power Stone, I think was like one of the first. Yeah. That's all I can say. I'm winging it off the top of my head. So sorry that I'm like pausing and whatnot. Number 10. Who in the land of YouTube would you like to challenge to a fighting game of your choosing? See. Well, there. No, wait. Sorry. Do professional fighting game players who have YouTube channels count? Because it would be a dream come true to play like Daigo or Justin Wong or Kayane or Cross Counter TV in Street Fighter or like Soul Calibur. Heck, I would love to play him in Def Jam Fight for New York. But yeah, I would say like any professional fighting game player. Sure, it's a cop-out answer, but hey, I like mostly everybody here in the community, and I can't really think of anything, so I had to choose that cop-out answer. Anyway, those were my 10 answers to your response, Mr. Spice and Bites. Kick-ass vid, keep up the good work. Anyway, this is Nick Nack, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, and until next video,